Hello, my name is HQ of HQ Reacts. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button for new content.
Hey. You know, this is HQ in the house. And you know, we always do some KevinSamuels. We always do some of that, right? Because he got gazillion videos, right? So if this person has gazillion videos, there's plenty of content to go around for people. But I found this one, right? Man skills, or what makes this man the most desirable man, or make you a desirable man. Did he give a good example of what made you a desirable man? One of those things that makes you a desirable man is having compassion and empathy. That's one of the ways in which you can be a desirable man. But Kevin brought to the table a bunch of factors in which this would make you more desirable, or it would make you more desirable. So we wanted to find out what that list was, because we're going through his list, what he told men and what men took. For example, what did y'all take from this whole example?
Comes down to men. So shout out to all the crybabies. All the crybabies. The Godfather's about to clue you in on something that I've been talking about since I've got on YouTube. The power of image and how it translates across the board, and something that I had to learn when I was a young Thundercat, when I was in sales, okay? So we want to get this going, so I'm going to trust you guys. We're going to keep the likes up, all right? But here's the thing.
Yes, please hit the like button, please.
How many men out there want to be successful in life?
All of them should.
If you want to be a successful man in life, go ahead and raise your hand high. Say, I want to be a success. Don't no shame in your game. Just say, I want to be a success. Okay? And if you want to be a success, understand something. Especially in the Black community, we were taught wrong. We were taught work hard, work hard, work hard. There's work hard.
Good Black America. That's on a woman's list. I don't know what you men desire, but that's on a woman's list. You want to keep a woman, you better have one or the other, or both.
And then there's work smart as well. Oh, boom. Let's get this up on the screen. 29-year-old blue collar Henry here. Just wanted to say thank you for all the jewels you're dropping for young men. Appreciate it, nephew. You know, I know, here's a funny thing. I know that there are more people out there appreciate the things I'm saying. And we allow the haters, detractors, critics to just watch from the sidelines, because when you're the lead dog, the view never changes. And you have to decide if you want to lead, follow, or get out of the way. That's what it comes down to. You decide to lead, follow, or get out of the way. And here's the thing. And this is something that I really had to grapple with when I got into corporate America, when I started working, because I was under a lot of misconceptions. I really was. Mm-hmm. I was under several misconceptions. And the biggest misconception was that if you just work hard, the rewards will come to you. No, absolutely not.
Right.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about what I had to learn when I was a young sales rep. Okay. When I was a young sales rep, I was ranked number 2 in the nation. Hold on. I was ranked number 2 in the nation when I was a young sales rep. Okay. This meant I was used to the founders of the company, the people up in the C-suites. I was used to them coming up to me and saying, Kevin, we're going to need you to win the game for us.
What kind of job did Samuels have? He says he's an image consultant. So image consultant meant he had some kind of artistic background. I don't know. But how does he come from corporate sales to be an image consultant? How did that happen? I mean, is there some kind of schooling that he went to do that? Or is he just calling himself that? What's going on?
It was not uncommon for members of the board.
Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. I should have 15 likes. We got 15 people here. Please and thank you. Let's get the likes up. I'm doing Kevin's number today. Get the likes up.
Members of the C-suite to come out and say, look here, we are behind and we need to report our numbers to Wall Street. And it's the last day of the month.
Right.
And a couple of guys did not make their quota. Can you go get us an additional $20,000?
Ouch.
My quota was $7,000. We need you to go get us an additional $20,000 on the last day of the month. Now I'm already 300% the plan. I'm already sitting at $22,000. I'm thinking about next month, the month after next. I'm 6 months in, and they asked me to go pull another $20,000.
Right.
And of course, I would, I'll skip this part of it, but we negotiated and I made sure it got done, right?
I need some likes. Guys.
I made sure it got done. So here's the funny thing. When it comes right down to it, though,
what?
I had to learn one thing more than anything else.
What?
That there's a work hard component. But I used to always marvel at how my non-Black counterparts never seemed to be sweating like we were. My goal was, because I was taught, just like most of you guys, be like John Henry, get out here and just work your ass off.
Right.
Cold calling in Houston or Dallas, Texas in the middle of the summer in the suit.
Y'all hit the like button coming in.
While my colleagues, they were in the office chit-chatting and they were still making their numbers. And I didn't realize that while I'm going and calling 77-story, an 80-story building.
But another thing I don't understand, if he was so successful with that job, why did he quit that job and become an image consultant? Because you just don't become an image consultant. What did you do to qualify you to be an image consultant? How did you jump from corporate sales to this?
To find out who's in there, there's something called a Kohl's directory with the listing of all the businesses in there and the contacts. But you know what?
Right.
This is one of the biggest things, especially with us as men. We think working hard changes it up. No. So when I was a young sales rep, I was used to my manager coming up and asking me, hey man, we need you to bring in some additional revenue to make the month. That was not uncommon. One thing that I used to think that was interesting is that we had a $5,000 monthly expense budget. $5,000 monthly expense budget.
Okay.
And I was one of these kind of guys who thought, I don't need to rely on those gimmicks. I don't need to take people out to golf.
We done grunting, Black America. You actually have to communicate with a woman. You're not grunting. That's out.
I don't need to take people out to steak dinners because I'm a real ninja. I'm a hard worker. I'm smart, and I don't have to buy my way. Remember, we had this whole tricking conversation. I told you our money mindset is so off. So I'm thinking if I'm number 2 in the company, without spending $5,000 a month in entertainment, I'm thinking I'm better. I'm saving the company money, but I never could understand why my manager was always like,
I was talking to Black America. He said women have too many questions, like he don't want a woman to speak. And I'm saying we done with grunting. That ain't how we communicate these days.
yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you're doing that, but
Y'all hit the like button coming in, please. I see three likes. I need more likes than that. Y'all hitting the door. At least you can greet me and by giving me a like or a hate or a like or a hate or whatever the hell it is. But give me something. Like or hate. Hit the like button coming in. Everybody know how this work. Why everybody got to do? I got to do something different all the time. I got to beg for a like. I don't beg for cash apps, but I like the likes. Please hit the like button.
you need to go ahead and you need to go ahead and take your clients out to dinner and things like that. Never made sense to me. Never made sense to me.
Okay.
So
So
what ends up happening? Month one happens. My manager tells me you're blowing it out of the water. You're 300% to plan,
right.
but you need to spend that expense budget. Month two, same thing, but you need to spend that expense budget. I'm just in one ear, out of the other. Month three, my boss's boss comes around and says, "Hey man, you had an incredible quarter, but we need to talk about your expense budget." And I'm thinking, what do we need to talk about? I've saved the company $15,000 and I'm at 300% to plan. See, in sales, you normally get written up when you don't make your number. I'm making my number. I go out of the office on a Friday and I come back. My manager, his boss, the regional vice president, and the CEO were in the conference room and they said, "Kevin, we need to see you in the conference room." I see all these people and I'm thinking they're going to ask me to go out and win the game again. Now, the conference room and my office are kind of right next to each other.
Wow.
I should have known something was about to happen. And if HR would have been in there, I would have known I was about to get terminated. HR was not there. And what happened is they talked to me. Get the likes up, folks, so the comment section gets shut off. What happened was
the likes up, folks.
They started talking to me about this damn expense account. And I finally said, "Guys, I don't understand. I don't need to be like that guy and this guy and that guy who have to buy cigars and golf trips and all that kind of stuff. Why do I need to do all that? I'm out here outworking them." And then one of my VPs, his name was Tony. He says, "I got it, guys." He's like, "I came up poor too, Kevin. I came up poor too. Let me try to explain it to you this way because I just didn't understand."
Okay.
He said, "There's a social side to success." He's like, "You think you're helping the company out by making 300% to plan and saving money. But we keep asking you to do something. And every time we ask you to do something, you go above and beyond. But when we ask you to do this, you don't." And they spent the next 2 hours explaining to me the social side of success. He's like, there's something to say. When you sell a client on the value of something and you're giving them something to impact their bottom line,
right,
they'll keep you. But when you have a relationship and you're providing value, they'll stay with you for a long time. He's like, think about those accounts you try to win and you're better on price, you're better on service, you're better everywhere. And they won't even take the meeting. Or even if they do take the meeting, and you could be saving them as much as 40%, and you could hit every mark necessary, but they won't leave. And you ask them the question, what is the business justification for the decision you're making? And they can't give you one.
Okay.
And this is what tends to trouble logical, strategic-minded folks the most, because our need to have stuff make sense. This is why you see so many guys who are.
So basically what he's saying is you need you got to do the social side of network. So he's trying to tie that into the social side of being a successful and desirable man. You can't just do the X, Y, and Z. You got to do the nuanced side. like I keep trying to explain to Black America, you can't just do X, Y, and Z. I'm just going to pay the bill, come in. I ain't got to talk to you. I ain't got to do nothing. You just got to pull your pants down over the stove. No, that's not how that marriage or a relationship work. You got to do the nuances in a relationship too. At least I think that's what he's saying, right? Hit the like button, y'all. You came in the door. Y'all come in my door. Don't say nothing. Hit the like button. Kevin said hit the like button.
Left brain
Like
who
button.
look like shit.
Or 8 button.
They don't understand image matters. To them, the job matters. And what we're going to talk about is the social side of success at work and, more importantly, in your personal life.
Yes.
Because many guys who come over here are successful at work, but your fucking personal life sucks.
Sucks.
And I'm going to step on a whole lot of toes today. Pack your lunch. And if you get mad at me, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
I'm tired of biting my tongue.
I am too, goddammit. Hit the like
Unless
button.
you can beat the results, you can't tell me shit.
Tell me shit. Okay. So
all right.
Let's get to the nitty gritty.
IQ. Know-how. IQ is about know-how.
All right.
EQ is about know you, and I'm going to add something else. Knowing people. Knowing people is the thing that screws so many men up, especially in these environments, because of the overemphasis on IQ and the rank misunderstanding of EQ. And you think one counts more than the other, EQ counts more than IQ.
EQ.
I want you to understand something. Get your pen and paper out.
Yeah. Because
one thing, I'm teaching class today. Money making is a social activity. And success is shared. 48 laws of power. Don't build a fortress around yourself. You'll see many guys who have a high IQ, but they're a bunch of fucking loners and they cannot work with other people. The same thing with women. This is where women, they got the girl code and everything else because women understand that people matter. When I taught my MIT, men in training, the first thing I would tell guys is, guys, life happens outside and life is about people. So I don't care if you have a high IQ. Tesla's technology was better than Edison's technology, but Edison understood people.
Okay.
And if you understand the IQ part of your life, but your day to day, if you're an A student at production, many guys who are A's at production are a D or F student at social life.
Okay, what are you talking about? Talking about the geeky people who, are successful with work, but not successful in life? You want to be successful at both. So he's telling you, okay, you got to be successful in the other portion too. So how do they do that? How do these men become desirable, as you say? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I've grown up with nerds and techies. And put them in a physics class or chemistry class or whatever, they do this. But as soon as they leave the classroom, they suck. They don't have people skills. So what do? They over-index on intelligence. And then they get mad because they cannot influence people to do what they want them to do. Oh, I'm going deep today.
Okay.
This is why companies are not ran by the most intelligent men on the planet.
Elon Musk? Anybody?
They're not run by the most intelligent people. They're run by the people with the best people skills. The difference between the CEO and you is not IQ. It's EQ. Know-how versus know you and knowing people. And what's the differentiator? Something that one of the main reasons I got into image consulting, soft skills. I've spoken at colleges, universities. I've spoken at corporations. I've spoken at lock-ins on the necessity of soft skills. And I want you to understand,
Because they don't have soft skills.
many people that you like suck at soft skills. My soft skills,
Hey,
I've
man.
developed them over time.
I hope so.
And as good as they are, they can always be improved. I just did a collaboration with Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews and this Complicated channel.
You emotional.
What you saw was
know you. Okay,
three different approaches.
Yeah, that works.
But when you have when you have a proficiency at soft skills
Mm-hmm.
and a mastery in your profession, you are a force to be reckoned with. Many people have a mastery in their profession, their craft,
Right.
but they effing suck in soft skills. You want to know one of the biggest indicators? Nobody likes them.
Mm.
Nobody likes them, and they don't have a long history of working with others well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Why? Because soft skills come down to three major things: communication, team building, and most important, conflict resolution.
Mm.
Conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is the key to life.
Absolutely. In marriage, too. Marriage and relationships. Conflict resolution.
Why some people walk around life in a perpetual state of war at work and in their personal lives.
Right.
No one wants to be around a 24/7 asshole.
Right.
But if you understand that people matter and you need to understand people, you can have an eye towards a solution.
Which is what I keep telling Black America, who be telling me something else.
Conflict resolution.
Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. He dropping these jewels out here. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. I'm saying thank you.
And the only way you get conflict resolution is to start out with communication, interpersonal communication.
There you go.
Image is ABCD. Only one part of image is your appearance. How you behave, how you communicate, and how you look online, your digital footprint is your communication.
Absolutely.
Interpersonal communication is one of the biggest reasons guys with high IQ and high aptitudes fucking fail in life.
And you know what? This was a lesson for the men, but I'm learning shit too. So this is things that women can learn. He's teaching jewels to women and men. So I'm listening and I'm looking at ways to apply this shit. So he was talking to men and women, even when he was talking like this.
Because there is a direct line between EQ and success. This is when people are going to start reaching for the anecdotal, finding the one or two test cases where somebody is a rank asshole and they've succeeded. You ain't Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. Knock it off. Just admit your EQ sucks.
Right.
You don't know how to communicate to people.
Right.
You don't know how to build with anybody. And you don't know how to resolve conflict.
Right.
This is why I said there's lions and then there's tigers. Lone wolves die in the winter. The pack survives.
Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. Please and thank you.
Winter is coming.
Winter's coming.
The lone wolf dies.
Okay.
Why does this matter? Because in corporate America, you can see the guys, men and women who lack EQ are capped. And they either capped at their organization, and most have to leave because they wear out their welcome. People with low EQ wear out their welcome. They are frustrating to be around. They don't have long histories of anything. They don't have long histories of friendships, and they wear out their welcome. They're frustrating to be around because it's all about them. People with low EQ tend to over-index on arrogance and narcissism traits.
I know. AI is coming through, but personality may win the day. You got to be a well-rounded human being in order to work around that AI. That's for sure.
Now, there's a point to be made that America is a narcissist breeding ground, but we're talking about how to become better.
Right.
It's not about making more money. Like most of the most important parts of being a man of value, a high value man, is people. Your network, high value being recognizing you're one of their peers,
Right.
and you're being used to others in the group. Why is this important? Because so many guys are shocked that when they cross the 6-figure mark, or when they cross the $85,000 mark, when they get into the top 15% of earners,
Right.
many men are often shocked that their success with women does not map over. Many guys are shocked that they can have standing in their work world,
Right.
but out in the real world, it matters not.
Because money doesn't translate to sex. Only to a prostitute, only with a prostitute, but not to a woman. You got to have more than just your money. That's why money is important, but you got to have more than money. Jesus.
And why? Because there is a social side to success.
Right. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. I don't got 20 likes yet. I need some likes. Got to be some likes up in there. Come on.
There's a social side to success when dealing with men. There's a social side to success when dealing with women.
Yes.
There's a social side to success when dealing with both men and women.
Right.
And if you don't master, I don't even say master, if you don't become proficient at soft skills, communication, team building, and conflict resolution,
all those things you need in a marriage and a relationship, all of those things,
no one's going to work with you for any long term. Because, and again,
right,
you can't work with people who you can't build with. This is why relationships tend to go cyclical. Ladies, understand something.
Right.
I'm talking to everybody at this point.
I know.
This is not gender specific.
Right.
This is a mindset.
Right.
Just like let's break it down to men. Just like men can understand this in the work world, today many women are not focusing on the social aspects of success, the social side of success, relational success. Many women are biologically more interested in people. Men are biologically more interested in things. But today, women are being taught to prioritize career past high school level interactions.
Yeah.
This is where the big differentiators are. Just like in high school was vicious and there's a pecking order. But your social skills are supposed to evolve. They're supposed to evolve in college. In your early 20s, your mid 20s, your late 20s, your 30s, your mid 30s, your 40s. But sadly, too many of the people in their 30s today are still walking around with the social skills, the soft skills of a junior or senior in high school.
Okay.
And you see it in their actions. Quick to anger. Conflict everywhere. This is for men and women.
Right.
Always pointing at other people for the reason they can't get what they want out of life. That's why I think what we did in Las Vegas was so impactful, because taking it out to the field where the work is real allows you to see soft skills, social skills on display real time. See, many people say, "Oh, you could do that on the phone." Blah 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 blah. No, motherfucker, you don't know who you're talking to. I can do this one hand tied behind my back because I've learned how to do this.
What you think so far, Aaron?
Why?
Yeah.
People haven't figured this out.
Hey, this is what his training is. This is what his teaching is. But there's a lot of people out there that don't know these things.
But this is like how to be a reasonable human being 101.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all communicate, conflict resolution. I mean, this is just, it seems like entry level to adulthood.
Do we always encounter adult people? Even though they got adult bodies?
Always is an absolute. Is that really the question you're asking?
the question is, do we or do we not run into people that don't have these skills? And they don't even know
in real life?
in real time, yes.
No, we should run it. We run into people that have these skills. We ought to.
Yeah. I'm saying not all people have these skills.
There you go with the absolutes again.
He's teaching men. He's teaching men, but this is a universal message or universal lesson. So I'm taking it in. Of course, I know these things, but I'm pretty sure I can't say that every person that has listened to him, has listened to Kevin, knows these things. So he's doing basic.
Why are you stuck on absolutes? You keep saying every.
Well, I don't mean every. I meant I guess what I'm saying is, if our United States people, they're sixth grade reading level, they're on the sixth grade reading level, a lot of us, as an average, all of us, sixth grade reading level, then some of them don't know this stuff, but they listen to Kevin Samuels. So he's doing basic one-on-one stuff. So I'm assuming that's what he was doing.
Okay, so you agree that this is basic. Okay. So be it.
Oh yeah, I get it completely, yeah. But I'm assuming that he's doing that because he is trying to gauge the level of his audience, because they're not all sophisticated. They're not all like you that would get, that he's at the basics. But some people I got to tell that this is the basics, right? Oh, he had to tell that this was the basics.
Well, I think what he's doing is pretty much one of those personal development sales team fortifying, you know what I mean? Like he's getting into the nuts and bolts of marketing and sales and presenting it from that aspect. Of course, it definitely carries over into our interpersonal life and relationships for sure. But that's what marketing and sales is designed to do. It's designed to infiltrate your personal life. You know what I mean? And infiltrate your way of thinking and trigger things that are necessary to get you to buy whatever it is they're trying to sell. Right. But so what I'm saying is the recipe is the same.
Right.
I mean, even though look, fried chicken is fried chicken.
Right.
Most folks eat fried wings. This guy's making fried breast. These chicken fingers, whatever. But it's fried chicken. It's the same.
Same thing. Yeah.
Many people can't walk out into their day-to-day world and go into the neighborhood because you're not liked. And we have undervalued the importance of being liked by others and the group. Just like I undervalued the importance of the expense account in becoming a successful sales professional.
That's what he's used to. That's where he came from, his sales aspect of the business. So he's put it in those terms that he can understand and he has a grasp of. So he's putting it to people. I'm assuming he's speaking to a younger crowd. I don't know who his audience was. His audience wouldn't have been me, but I'm saying his audience is someone. I mean, so they ate it up, whatever it was.
He's saying all this to say, if you want to make a sale, you want to appeal to the bottom line. But if you want to obtain a customer, you have to appeal to their interpersonal interests. That's really what that is. Making a sale and securing a customer are two different things. So a sale is a deal done. What's that? It's the relationship. You make a sale today, but that doesn't give you a customer. A customer is someone that comes back to you. A customer is someone who markets for you. Word of mouth sales. You know what I mean? Hey man, look, I got this supplier. He's really good. Maybe you should get on board. You know what I mean? Whether he's talking to a business partner or even a competitor. But that's where the interpersonal relationships come into play. And what he's saying is it's not all about just making a sale. All you got to do is appeal to someone's bottom line to do that. Right. It's developing a customer through interpersonal relationships.
Right. I get that. I'm there.
I thought all that mattered was making the number. No. And it's even more paramount today in a world where everybody's attention is short in a global connected reality. You got more draws on your attention, but it's the man that can actually have a life that looks interesting that wins.
That looks interesting.
Why is that? Like it or not, gentlemen, unless you want to have transactional relationships with women through your life, which that's your choice. But I've said it before, women love men who cheat. Women hate to be bored, and women love men who have a life that looks exciting. Men also like men whose lives look exciting.
At least interesting.
Ask yourself a question.
Right.
Do people invite you to do anything? Do people invite you to go anywhere? When there's a house party or an event or whatever, is your name in the top? Are you on the must-have list?
Are you on the must-have list?
And if not, you got work to do. There are people, if you've ever thrown a party, there are people that do like, well, you got to invite so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so.
Right.
And then there are people in the middle. And then there are people who you could care less if they show up. And then there are the people you don't even want to know you had a party.
I mean, I like boring men, but I also like interesting intellectual men or men that will talk. I mean, if you talk more than me, then you're going to be more interesting than me. Or you not talk more than me. You're more intelligent than me. Then I'm gonna strive to get up there with you. I'm not gonna be like, huh. So it's interesting what he's talking about. Okay. I'm talking to Erica's Corner. Hi, Erica.
Sadly, far too many folks online today have those results. Shit.
What?
Turn off the music. Who's that outside? It's Shirley.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys.
Who told her about the party? Yo, ass, you told her about the party? She brought beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, pigs, fish, chicken. Damn.
What?
Me here, y'all, today, your soft skills. Let me preface this and listen. There was an old running, coming from the Bible Belt.
Right.
On Saturday morning, you used to have Mormons knocking on doors. Mormons, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But by far, and then you had the shout out to the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam, they be out there selling the final call. But by far, the most gangster of them all was the Jehovah's Witnesses. The Jehovah's Witnesses. Yep. Ooh, they could shut a neighborhood down. People had outposts and smoke signals popping up. Here they come. What's happening? The Jehovah's Witnesses are on 17th. They're headed towards 23rd. But see, I got to see my grandmother, who was dipped in the blood, baptized at 4 years old, and I learned the Bible at her feet. So when the Jehovah's Witnesses used to come in, my grandmother would put on a pot of coffee and we'd bang with them. And I watched that woman have conversations with people in a biblical way to where the Jehovah's Witnesses learned that she had social skills and people skills. They go down the neighborhood, boop, 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 skip right on over our house and boop, 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 boop. I was like, man, that's pretty gangster, Granny. Granny had mad social skills, mad soft skills. So I'm like, you know what? Use that for good. The Jehovah's Witnesses made folks want to close their windows, close their blinds, and act like they weren't at home. Right. Many people today have high IQ, but your social skills make the world and the people you want to work with you, deal with you, and relate to you want to treat you like you are that way. They want to close the blinds.
Okay.
And instead of understanding that your social skills suck, you get mad. And this is where I want to give it to the men. Gentlemen, you can have money.
Mm-hmm.
You can have possessions. You can have things. But if you want to have a long-term relationship with a woman of value, you're going to have social skill.
Which is what I keep screaming to Black America, who keep telling me all women are prostitutes. Or we don't want to talk to you. So there are men who need this lesson. Adult men. But I guess that may be just him, but I'm assuming there's got to be more than just him that speak that way or him who think that way. Right? I'm talking to you, Aaron.
Right. No, I don't understand. What?
Let's continue. Keep going. I keep going.
Proficiency. You don't have to be front stage lead singer, but you do need to be proficient. Nobody wants to be bored.
Right.
Nobody wants to be bored, and no one wants to be around a 24/7 asshole. This is a matter of degrees, not extremes.
Big bad bull, I've been there. I already been there. Yeah, you do. You say that all the time, Black America. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you.
Grenadian says, listen to this man. Tremendous lesson being told right here. Appreciate
Need
it.
about 10 more likes. 10 more
Uncomfortable
likes.
truth. Pay this man. Appreciate it, my friend. Shout out to Alex. The lucid experience. As much as men may complain about Pookie and Ray Rays, these guys have high EQs. Exactly. Yes. Look. EQ. Social skills are a key to survival.
Right.
So the man was saying why people complain about Pookie and Ray Ray, they overperform on the social skills.
Right.
And here's the thing, as an image consultant, I don't necessarily care in my profession why, but I get it. Just like I was watching Auburn preach the other day, and they made a video talk about speaking white. And Preach was talking about how speaking French or speaking in a certain way would cause him conflict at all levels, at home, school, neighborhood, whatever. Right. So he learned how to communicate in a way for survival. That is the core of human existence. We lived as nomads.
Black America, you the only one that don't understand vertical. What you got to do with vertical is you got to copy the link that I post. You got to copy the link that gets you up on the panel. You got to copy that, write it down. Then you got to put it in your web browser and it'll bring you right here. Everybody hear that from the sound of my voice. What I just put in the chat, you got to copy that down and then put it in your web browser and then it'll come right here. That's not that hard.
For the longest. But what made modern cities? Human beings deciding to sit down and collaborate and work together for a mutual good. And understand something too, gentlemen. Money making is a social activity and success is shared. You will only go so far without other people.
You believe that, Aaron? Is that how that works?
Not as an absolute statement, but yeah, I do believe that. Well, I think wasn't I here? It was here the other day when I talked about helping people being a great way to succeed. Okay. You remember that when I was breaking that down to you? A lot of what I was saying then, he's bringing that out now.
Okay. Yeah.
Making it about people. I mean, because people are, the human resource is the only real ultimate resource. Right? Without the human resource, only other resources are just things, stones stuck in the ground, ideas that have not been developed. You know what I mean? But I think what he's saying is a bit hyperbolic. You do have to have a high level IQ. Because there's nothing to sell if you don't.
Okay. So you think he's being hyperbolic?
To a degree. I think he's being a salesman. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing what he's trained to do, and it's strange because he has a chemical engineering background, as far as I know.
Which is
So
why I said. Which is what
I'm
I said.
I'm wondering why neglect so much of the technical aspect of business. But again, I think also because it's not really what it is he's trying to get accomplished in his platform. That's not the side of personal development that his platform got to a point where it was about relationships. Right. So he has to champion that. There's very little technical prowess necessary in developing interpersonal relationships. So if you're going to make a juxtaposition into the business world, it's going to all be about the social aspect of it. Very little of it is going to be technical.
Yeah. I wondered, why did he jump from chemical? It was chemical engineering, right? As
far as I know, I think something.
How do you jump from chemical engineering to image? It wasn't like you retired.
Oh, well, no, sales. So chemical engineering absolutely can lead you into sales. In fact, I have an uncle who was in sales, and he was a chemist. So when you think about big pharma, when you think about the agricultural industry, think about what chemicals do. Think about the automotive industry, right? And when I say big pharma, I'm not talking about Skyrizi adalimumab. I'm talking about Johnson & Johnson baby oil. I'm talking about Crest and Colgate, right?
Right.
So there's a great deal of chemicals that get sold B2B, business to business. When you see a freight train, you'll see box cars, and then you'll see tankers. Right. That tanker isn't necessarily filled with crude oil, and if it is, it could be going somewhere to make plastics. Crude oil isn't something that your Toyota burns. Right. Crude oil could be used in making plastics. Look around your house. How much plastics was sold to make your Tupperware, to make your laptop, to make that television screen on the wall, to make your phone, to make your clothes, the buttons on, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then when you go into your bathroom, open up your medicine cabinet. Imagine the amount of chemicals that were sold B2B to make that happen. Just in packaging alone, everything in your house came in a package. Everything except your bare ass came in a package. Right. That means chemicals were sold.
Okay. Aaron dropping facts in the. Man, there was a question in there that they wanted to answer. It says, "Is IQ something you're born with or something you can strengthen?" Aaron.
I believe your intelligence quotient is something that you're born with. What you strengthen is your wisdom and knowledge.
Okay.
But intelligence, to me, intelligence includes things like curiosity, pattern recognition, those sorts of things. Knowledge is simply data and information you store.
Okay.
And then wisdom is knowing how to apply your intelligence using the knowledge that you've gained to create a better outcome.
Okay. Hopefully that answered the question, Sublime, because he asked it for you. Let's finish.
You will only go, James said, you will only go so far without other people. And if you have a track record of not being able to work with people, people have a right to look at you like, what's going to happen? And this is something that can be learned. Introvert, extrovert. That's that argument. There are many people who say, well, that's easy for you to say, Kevin, you're an extrovert. Bullshit. I'm an extroverted introvert. Y'all hear me riffing on Marvel and geek shit.
What
I'm an extroverted introvert.
Extroverted introvert.
I would suggest telling people how to start with the book Napoleon Hill, How to Make Friends and Influence People, Life-Changing Information. I would take one step before that, Blockavelli. I would start by telling people to understand that people matter. People matter. And if anybody would tell you if they know me in life, I am who I am who I say I am. A lot of stuff I do in my life, I don't put on camera, and people are shocked that you're down to earth because people matter. I go into my local fast food place, I call the people by their first name. I look at their name tag, I look them in the eye, I ask them how they're doing. People matter. There's a social side to success. Now, the question is, how successful do you want to become?
Who feels what, son of cool? Are you talking about Aaron or are you talking about Kevin? Because we don't know how Kevin would feel. Are you talking to Aaron or what? You see the question he posed, Aaron?
Yeah, I wonder if
I don't
someone
know.
feels that way about the baby. Feels what way? I'm struggling to make the contextual connection.
Oh, the one speaking.
I guess Kevin.
Kevin? Oh, I have no idea. We haven't got. Did he speak about that? I have no idea.
I'm not talking.
I don't know. Y'all hit the like button coming in, please, and thank you. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I need 10 likes, please, and thank you.
About just in your professional life. Let's assume you're going to become. Let's assume you're going to be as successful as you want to be in your professional life. I don't care about your professional life. I care the fact that your personal life sucks ass. You can tell people whose personal life sucks ass because their energy is off, their aura is off. They're always upset. They're always in conflict. They're upset. They're angry. They're frustrated. They look for conflict, and if there's no conflict, they'll make conflict because they're comfortable in conflict. Because conflict will suffice when your social skills suck. You can't build in conflict. You build in collaboration.
Okay.
Gentlemen, if you want to have a long-term relationship with a woman, you got to understand women are women and we are men. You can't try to get women to submit just because you're a man. Shout out to MTR. He'll tell you what I tell him. You don't win this argument on the facts. You win it on the optics. You win on the optics and the emotion. You can be right all day long. Right. What about the sign language? Shame, guilt, insults, the need to be right. You can be right and still lose the freaking fight. A Pyrrhic victory. So guys, understand, many of us need to realize our soft skills suck.
Okay.
And you're going to have to invest time, effort, and money into improving your soft skills if you want to be successful.
You agree? Aaron, you agree?
Yeah.
Contextually in the relationship he's talking about. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think it shows on this panel sometimes. Do you remember a month or two ago, you and Miss Glorious had? you remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm driving around.
You said, why you let them? Why you asked the men? Why did you let us?
It was just 2 hours, and I'm like, they could be right all day long, but they didn't win the emotional battle, right? And I think that's what they were getting stuck trying to pry you off of your emotional attachment to the conversation, and you use that to just mop them all around the floor, and they couldn't keep up because they're trying to. They're trying to get the facts to match the emotions, and that's why it never works. You have to validate and then pierce through the emotions so that the facts can become valuable. And that's what I try to do when I communicate with people, is I try to appeal to their emotions, validate them, understand them, and then show them how the facts associate with the feelings. But you can't just bludgeon an emotion with a fact. Well, you can, but it's like throwing a rock in water. It's not going to do anything to the water, but it's going to surround the damn rock.
Right. Which is what I keep telling. Yes, I get it that women are X, Y, and Z. And I get it that men are X, Y, and Z. But there's nuance to how you get from one to the other. And if you just tell me I'm not paying no bills, that don't leave me, and you won't get up off the bill, or you won't get up off that shoulder and say, well, hey, maybe you can work part-time, or maybe you can work full-time, or whatever. You don't come to any kind of compromise, or you don't come my way. I'm going to think you're stuck there, but I can't help you. You're going to lose with me, because I believe that everything has nuance, and you can always meet in the middle somewhere. But if you're stuck at that particular avenue, you stuck at that hill, and you won't come towards me, I can't make you see me if you stuck where you at. I think a lot of people get stuck where they're at, and they don't want to see the other side. And I'm all about seeing the middle. I hate being on the one side for men and men being on this side and then them not wanting to come this way. Because I'm willing to come your way. You got to be willing to come a woman's way. Or in a relationship, you got to be willing to come up off your square sometimes.
I think that could potentially be destructive, but I see what you're saying. I think that makes it sound like a competition when you say it like that, right? But I think I understand what you're saying. More or less, both perspectives need to be heard and considered.
Right.
But as far as going one way or another, I think we need to just go one way, and that's towards righteousness and success.
Right.
Now we have to agree upon what's righteous and what's successful.
Right.
But to go your way or my way, that's what creates the tug of war. That's where the push and pull exists, and I think we got to get off of that.
See, I want to meet in the middle. I want to meet in the middle and say we both win. I'm always willing to come to the middle and say we both win. You don't have to come all the way over to me. I'll meet you halfway. But
yeah, is it possible to look at it as just another location that has nothing to do with where you are and where I am, but we're both striving to achieve something that we and our by ourselves don't have? Because to say meet in the middle means I got to come towards your camp and you got to come towards my camp with some arbitrary location in the middle, which is undefined.
Okay.
So now you can make the argument that, oh, we're too close to my camp, too close to your camp. We both need to leave our camps because obviously they're not complete, which is why we have one another, and then go in search of a real camp of success and righteousness, which doesn't have to be in the middle. It can be somewhere deviant or on a tangent from, you know what I mean? I don't think when you say in the middle, you're assigning a value to each side and making it contentious rather than us both growing or achieving something else outside of us that's better than us individually.
Okay, I got that. I like that better. Okay, I like that better.
And if you find somebody else who tell you don't have to do that, do you want to exchange lives with them? You'll find plenty of people who are going to sit around and tell you, I don't know, he don't really talk about, man, whatever. Do you want to exchange lives with them? Remember, use your logic, gentlemen.
Okay.
All right, let's open it up. Ladies.
I'm learning too. That's why I'm listening to him. Hey, I'm old enough where I can learn things too. So this is what I'm learning. I'm learning, from Aaron. I'm learning from KS. I'm learning, when I talk to people all the time. Is this the position I really want to stick with, or do I want to move to a better position? And you just said something. Why start at opposite ends? Why do we even have to say we're at opposite ends? Right? I get it. Okay. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. For those who don't know how to use the vertical, you need to copy down the address that I just copied and then put that in a web browser in your phone. Type it in there, and then it will bring you right here. It's only 2 steps, Black America. Write it down, and put it in the web browser.
Before I can do that, I need to get to the ladies. I haven't forgot y'all. I had to get with the men first because we get with the builders. We get with the builders first. Now we're going to get with the teachers and the maintainers. The reason the world is in the shape it is today is because you ladies have dropped the ball on your social skills. Ladies, you're responsible for you're responsible.
Is Son of Cool talking to Black America? Black America says that's why as a man, that woman has to get on the same page as you. And then Son of Cool said, why do you assume your page is the default position? Those are 2 men. I maybe they have, or is he talking to me? Or is he talking to another man? I don't know. Did you read that, Aaron?
Yeah, I read it. I think what Black America is talking about is just the overall vision, the plan. I think this conversation is more or less discussing the execution, right? The individual events that will occur within the plan as we execute the plan. But the man's vision is kind of tied to his purpose and should be the scaffolding that we hang all of the individual events of the relationship on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I'm going to be the leader and you're my support system,
Mm-hmm.
then that says that. But that doesn't make me a tyrannical dictator. You're still my advisor.
Right.
Right.
He says the son of cool, it said it's a default position because men don't change. Son of cool says men do change. We grow together. Move on to the next candidate. If that doesn't work, move on to the next candidate. I don't know how to, those are two men talking. So I'll let Aaron address that if you know.
I don't want to speak for them. I mean, I get it, but
right.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. E. Sublime.
For the teaching and transmitting of the culture. You don't like the fact that chivalry's dead. You don't like the fact that men are trying to Netflix and chill and swipe left before and try to hit. Like it or not, you've made it this way. Many women today have the social skills of a 6th grade boy. Women are walking around cussing like men, big as men. Shout out to Obsidian, big and violent. You're not ladies. You're not feminine. You're not the women that that your grandmothers or great grandmothers and people were.
Wow. Okay.
Come on now.
I got beans, greens, potatoes.
And then you get mad when somebody like myself comes along, and then all of a sudden you got folks coming out and tell, no, sister, that ain't the problem. That ain't the problem. You got it good. You got it good out here. What do we call them? The panda bears.
Afro, polka dot, Afro.
Yeah, that's the panda bell. Instead of the panda bear, we got the panda bell. Go ahead and play those strings. Oh, sister, you fine. It's all the men's problem.
Yeah.
Think like a woman, think like a man, act like a woman. Go ahead. Teach them again.
Right.
Afro, polka dot, Afro.
Panda bell. He's what?
What?
You can't tell the women that they need to improve. No, man. That ain't.
I mean, women. The women get it. It has been 3-4 years since he passed. Rest in peace. But I'm sure women understand. Women understand what they need to do. It's a matter of whether they're going to do it or they're not going to do it. They understand they need to lose weight. They understand that they need to tone themselves down. They understand all of that. Has it gotten any better? Women, they're surely conscious of the fact that they need to change. Only old women. What? I'm saying they're surely conscious of it because it's always said on here all the time. Fit, feminine, and friendly. So they gotta be conscious of it. So have they changed? Have they decided that they're going to at least get with some of that program? Okay. This is a part of his whole thing. Fit, feminine, and friendly. Women are conscious of those things that men want. Then it's only a matter of you willfully not doing that. That's all. Women do. I'm assuming they do want to change. Some of them just ain't capable. Don't understand how to change. I guess maybe that might be it. I don't know.
No. They're just fine. The ladies are okay. Yeah, ladies, you're okay. And then they get mad. They get mad at me, and I'm like, no, we're right. We're right because, men abuse women and this and that. Oh, wait till Friday when I break out you start talking about the stats on cheating and conflict Friday. Oh, you're going to need the weekend to recover. You're going to need the weekend to recover. Because they get pissed. They get mad. Well, the only reason we do it is because you did that to us. And I'm like, You need to change your vision, ladies.
Yeah, well, Black America. There were men and women who danced on Kevin's grave. There were men and women who danced on Charlie Kirk's grave. We're gonna have people who dance on people's grave all the time. It just is what it is. You either loved or hated, or you got both sides coming at you. You know, you can't blame them for that. That's the way it is. Not just like we could look at Charlie Kirk. We could look at Charlie Kirk and say, hey, some of y'all hated him, some of y'all loved him. Just like we can look at KS. Some people hated him, some people love him. That is the way it is. When you put yourself in the public square, that's a part of the game. Let's just put it that way. That's part of the game. I'm not trying to speak ill of anybody. I'm just saying, don't be mad at them because they danced on his grave, because not everybody loves KevinSamuels. It's just people, when you just think back to how you felt when he died and how you felt. Everybody should love him. Why y'all dance on that? Everybody should love him. It's the same thing going on with Charlie Kirk. Everybody should love him. Everybody should love him. No, all of us shouldn't love him, because that's not how the world works. He did not speak to some women. Charlie didn't speak to some other people. It just is the way it is when you put yourself in the public square. Just deal with it. Don't be mad at them women. It just is what it is.
Ladies, you need to change your vision, because your vision is clouded. What's her vision clouded by? Vision is clouded by, where is it?
Execute Order 66.
Right.
Vision is clouded. Ladies, I'm telling you, you need a new vision. Oh, you don't know what I mean? Here's what I mean. You need a new vision.
Well, I respect your ambition, but you got to have vision.
I respect your ambition, ladies, but you got to have vision.
Right.
You're going to need a new vision of life, ladies. You can't just walk around with the social skills of a Cro-Magnon man or a caveman. Some of y'all walk around like dudes.
Some of y'all walk around like dudes. Wow. And you ain't even a gay girl, and you walk around like dudes.
Fussing and fighting, slapping and snapping and capping and blah 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 blah. Why should anybody want to treat? Why should men want to improve those social skills if all they got to do is lay out put you down on the floor and treat you like a $2? Oh ho ho ho!
Well, I respect your ambition, but you got to have vision.
Vision.
Oh, ladies, are you the kind of woman that makes a man want to improve his social skills? Because the kind of women I'm bringing onto the platform.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Your social skills or your development of social skills shouldn't be based on whether I want you to do it or not. They should just be based on the fact that you want to be better and improve yourself for the next person, or anything related to social skills and what you would need them for. Why base becoming better on a woman? You shouldn't be basing it on a woman.
I think a more appropriate question is, are her social skills going to be able to keep up with mine as mine grow and develop?
Right.
And that's one thing. Remember the 10 questions you had asked us all?
Yes.
And one of the questions was about my standards. Okay. And one standard that I have that is decorum.
Right.
I have an extremely high standard of decorum. The vast majority of women couldn't go near an opportunity to get, to be married to me on that standard alone.
Right.
It is unbelievably pristine. But that's because I need my woman to be able to keep up. I need her social skills to be able to keep up with where I'm headed, because I'm headed off to the fucking races.
Right. Right. And see, you would know that once you met a person. Once you met the woman would know that. She would figure that out within 2 or 3 dates. I'm gonna have to up my game, or she should already be there, right? My thing is, if you don't have it, or you don't have the will to have it, how am I gonna put that in you if you don't have the will to have it? He said, well, improve for a woman. No, this is something that you need to do on your own without anybody prompting you to do that. Okay, great. You want to get a woman, but if all we are is sexually attracted to each other, and that's all we do is meet in the bedroom, and I can't talk to you outside the bedroom, I can't have a conversation, I can't talk to you about, Jimmy Kimmel and him getting fired, and why did he get fired? And I can't talk to you about moving to Canada and doing X, Y, and Z. And if I can't talk to you about those things, me and you gonna have a problem. Immediately, we're gonna have a problem. But you're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out within 2 or 3 dates, right? So you should be up to par before you even start dating. You should be as far and want to advance yourself. I remember having a conversation with somebody. Don't you want to go beyond? Oh, that's what it was. It was Osmos and Triple and somebody else on the panel. And Osmos was upset with me when I told him every woman wants her husband or whatever to improve a relationship. We want him to advance or whatever. That's every woman's wish. Not necessarily for more stuff, but for not necessarily stuff, but more advancement and ambition. Oh, it's an ambition. That's right. Ambitious men. And he took it to mean greedy on the woman's part. And I was trying to explain to him that's not greed on the woman's part, because every woman wants it. It's not all of us don't want it for greed. Some of us do, but not all of us do. But most of us want it for something else.
I think there's credence to be given to what both of you are saying. A lot of more clever women will hide their greed under the guise of a desire for ambition.
Right.
And it's disingenuous when they do that. And it's difficult for a man to be able to discern the two. But what you're saying is correct. It's just hard to make the distinction because women have become clever enough to blur those lines.
Right. And the bad part about it is we have craven human beings.
There you go.
That's it.
Form in dealing may not be my type, but they are the type that at least men want to talk to. What kind of woman are you? Are you feminine, beautiful, and inspirational? Do you inspire a man to want to improve his social skills? Do you inspire a man to live a life to where he actually wants to take you out somewhere when he's wearing his suit? Or are you good enough? Or onion rings and ketchup good enough for you? Don't get mad at me. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault.
But this is a part of that being on your purpose anyway that Kevin was talking about, right? So you shouldn't even, her desire for you to do X, Y, and Z shouldn't even come into play. It should be all internal already. I have a marker that I want to meet as a man, so let me meet that marker as a man. It has nothing to do with her. She's to be very fair. A woman shouldn't come. She shouldn't even be 2 or 3. She shouldn't even be third on your list. Your purpose and everything. You should have a couple things before that woman becomes anywhere near your life. You should have that ambition, that drive on your own, have a purpose, have your wolf pack, have all of these things setting in place. So you're a well-rounded man already, and you attract the woman that you want, the well-rounded female, okay, that you want. Because when you're a real well-rounded man, you're not going down to McDonald's and getting Bum Keisha. Even though Bum Keisha got a nice body and she sucked D like a Hoover, you still ain't finna marry her, right? So he's saying, well, inspire. A woman is supposed to inspire. No, a woman shouldn't inspire you to do jack. You should already inspired yourself. You should be inspired by your own ambition, by your own thoughts, processes, and where you want to go in this world. A woman shouldn't even come nowhere near what's going on with you till you figure that out.
Because see, the thing is, I'm talking to the men, and I've been talking to the men for years about becoming the best versions of themselves. So they have options. And when men are experts in when they are experts in their craft and proficient in social skills, they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Now, wait, now he's talking about expert in craft. Now he's talking about intelligence, right?
Okay.
Whereas before he was saying, it's nothing to do with that. It's all about the EQ and social intelligence. Now, a well-rounded man is a man that has the social skills as well as the technical intellect.
Okay.
Right. And that's at the end of the day, in order to make money, you have to identify a problem, create a solution to that problem, market the solution to people who have that problem.
Right.
That's where the social piece comes into play when making money. But if you haven't solved the problem, you can be all as social as you want. You're not going to sell anything because you have nothing to sell.
Right.
You need it all.
Right. Right.
Now, ladies, many of your social skills today, soft skills, suck. Remember when I had this show, Shoot Your Shot?
Yeah.
So
he had a show called Shoot Your Shot.
I don't know.
He said Shoot Your Shot show. What's going on? What show?
Many women.
Don't make me go looking for a Shooting Your Shot show. See what he's saying. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. He just said, remember when I had that show called Shooting Your Shot?
Shot shooting is shit.
Okay.
So many women shot shooting is shit, and you've been told, oh, well, I'm not going to shoot my shot. I should not have to approach a man. I should not have to do this. I don't give a shit about should. I give a shit about what works. I should not have to shoot my shot. You are too old to be talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda.
What happened to dropping the handkerchief?
Do what worked.
You said what?
What happened to the concept of dropping the handkerchief? That used to be a thing. That was a woman shooting a shot.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Shooting your shot. But had he ever taught that? But a lot of people don't know that. But has he ever said that in any of his shows?
The art of dropping a handkerchief or batting the eyelashes. Maybe, yeah, he has. He spoke on that dynamic. Sure.
He's tightening the grip right now. What is he doing?
So we're gonna open it up today. First 30 minutes, I'm talking to the women about your lack of soft skills.
Okay.
See, ladies, many of you don't have soft skills because you're not soft. You cannot have effective feminine soft skills as a hard woman.
Handkerchief, a handkerchief, Rainbow Kid, a handkerchief. That's the art of flirting. A little bit before my time, but I still remember my mother having handkerchiefs. I do, or my father having handkerchiefs. I remember handkerchiefs. That's all. No, not modern women. No.
I know we're gonna point to some chick some woman that made some money somewhere and say that she's money is not the mark on this. Money is not the mark on this. The mark is a network and people wanted to exchange lives with you. Are you a person that other people admire? Admiration.
Right. What's bullshit, Black America?
Recording in progress.
Circus.
Yeah, but a lot of women don't know how to be subtle. They don't know the subtle art of seduction. It's actually called seduction. It's the beginning stages of seduction. That's what we were talking about with the handkerchief with the batting of the eyes. That's the subtle art of seduction, right? That's what it's called.
I used to call them IOIs, indicators of interest.
Right.
Afro circus, Afro serpent, poking out, Afro.
Why do you keep singing that?
All right, ladies, let's talk about your lack of soft skills. Let's talk about why you are not having success in your personal life. You're not having success in your personal life because your soft skills suck. Come on, ladies.
Meaning that attitude, ladies, meaning the attitude that we get. Wow, it's a freaking miracle. It's a freaking miracle. Oh my God, hold on, y'all. It's a freaking miracle.
I am so pissed.
I am
so pissed I had to go through all of that shit.
I don't like it either. Quiet as kept, but it's,
It's a freaking miracle.
I am so upset that I had to go through all of that.
Yeah, but now you know how to do it.
I don't give a Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care.
Wait a minute. I want to know, was that the correct way? Because somebody said it really quick, and I wasn't sure.
It had to be because it worked. This was gonna be my one and last time.
Okay.
So to Son of Sam and David M, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you guys do finally get some vagina, right? You're gonna realize that as a man, the things that you're doing and progressing in life is for that piece of vagina. Married men make more money because they have a wife to care for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Married men do a lot of stuff. Guys that are playing sports, you know why they have all of the sex? Not Aaron, right? And not Aaron included. But me and Aaron, we played football. We know that our teammates was hitting everything that walked past. The fucking garden trolls, the tree gnomes, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
work out, you get bigger, you get better for pussy. And it doesn't have anything to do with a purpose or anything like that. It has to do with getting vagina. Everything you do as it's like Cheeky. You know Cheeky, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I everything he says I have to discount because he's a virgin. Because I
What?
know, like, because when I was younger, I used to breed dogs, right? And when one of my girl dogs would come and eat, all of my boy dogs would stop eating and start biting at the chain link fence just so they could get at her. Because everything that is coursing through your body for a young man and even a man in general, you get better for a woman, either to get a woman or to maintain the woman that you actually have.
Mm.
It doesn't have anything. We can lie to ourselves all day. Oh, I'm doing this for me. So you're not having sex with any women? Well, yeah, I got a couple of bitches. If you lose all of those things, we don't see women in mass or in general going out and picking up homeless men off the street. But men are out every Friday after they get paid picking up streetwalkers
Mm.
because you go to work to get paid to get some pussy.
Mm.
But
That's
anyway, go on ahead. I just had to come up here because you know, I talk, I counsel a lot of men every day, and to be in the disillusion that you're not, especially as a young man, you're not doing the things that you are doing to get some vagina and be successful at that part of getting vagina, then you're the person that Kevin was talking about in the first place. You are that incel. You are that lonely man. You are that dude that's uh, eating Taco Bell and jacking off while you're playing your Xbox. That's who
mm.
you are.
Okay.
If you're not out in the world, if you're not out on the bike set, if you're not out selling drugs, if you're not out gang banging, if you're not in a social circle,
Mm-hmm.
you have no people skills. Those things are what help men to become better. It's an all encompassing thing. It's not just one little thing. It's all encompassing. And HQ, I never say all
Right. Right.
when it comes to women being prostitutes. Some women are prostitutes. It's just you got to find
Yeah,
the
but
good ones.
prostitutes is a whole. That's a whole nother category of women. Most women are
No, it's
not
not.
what you
No, it's
technically
not.
call prostitutes.
HQ, if I give
Yeah,
you
but
$1
see
million,
here.
you'll give me some of that vagina.
Yeah, but we're talking about
Exactly.
we're talking about
Exactly. That's
regular.
prostitution.
But we're talking about regular, ordinary. See, yeah, I don't know. You want to
That's
address
prostitution.
because me and
We
him
owe.
always go back and forth, and I'm
We
trying to.
owe. Don't you remember Indecent Proposal? Me and you was old. We seen Indecent Proposal.
Yes.
Girl was married and everything. Hey, I give you $1 million for your wife. Yes.
Yeah.
It's for vagina. It's for a woman. That $1 million means nothing to me. I got 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing.
Right.
You see what I mean? But to some people and to women, it actually does. All right, now go ahead.
Okay.
I'm done.
First 30 minutes, ladies. I want you guys to understand something. And ladies, there's only one way to, with ladies also, let me speak to you. See, the men already know the way to improve their soft skills. They're going to have to go in their pocket to break bread. Men know ain't nobody going to teach them. Ladies, the only way to improve your soft skills is you got to pay you got to pay as well. You got to pay. Pay out your way, Bertha.
Okay. So my question is this: why is it that you find Black America? Why it doesn't seem as though you respect women a lot when you say that? That's all.
HQ, you have never heard me be disrespectful to a woman.
Yeah.
You heard me be honest. You've heard me be honest, and maybe you don't like my form of honesty. But hell,
No.
I've talked to you. I've talked to you right in front of. Hold on. I have talked to you right in front of the woman who I have been with for 33 years. Have I not?
Right. Yes.
33 years is more than that's more than half of my life, HQ.
Right.
So
but you can still be married and still have little respect for a woman or a wife. You can still be because you don't have how the hell I say it? You don't have a good thought process about women. That's it. You don't have a good
what do you
thought
mean?
process about women. Or you don't
What
think
do you,
much of women.
explain? No, I don't think much of women. Explain to me why I don't see women in high regard. What is
I
one thing
don't
that
know.
I
I
have
don't know why
said?
you don't see women as high regard. I'm
No.
just saying it
Okay,
does come across as
so
you not
why would
having.
you say that? Because now it seems like you're besmirching my character. Why would you say that?
I besmirch your character. You talk very negatively about women. So I can only assume that you don't like women, that you have
And
little respect for women. I'm
how?
going by the way
What
you
have I
talk.
said? How? What have I said?
I'm saying, first of all, there's a certain type of respect or disrespect when a man calls most women prostitutes. For one, for two, when every occasion to speak on a woman, it's in a negative light. So I can only assume I'm making assumptions that you don't like women very much, and maybe not respect women as much. And it just comes across that way. Maybe it's not that way, but it comes across that way to me. But I said this to you before, so you knew I felt this way. But that's okay, because I'm not fucking you. So, I mean, you can feel that way, rolling where you rolling. But I'm saying,
HQ, let me ask you this because, like I said, you and I know each other, right? And you know that I love and care for 3 women, right? You know that, right?
right.
Okay, so you know that I have 3 women in my life. Is it because I have 3 women in my life that you feel like I don't
No,
respect women?
no. It has nothing to do with the amount of women. I'm just saying
Okay, so
they come across as though. Wait a minute, look. I'm just sugarcoating it for you. I'm just sugarcoating it for you because it really does come across as though you don't have respect for women. I'm just saying that's the way it comes across to me. That's cool. But there's nothing wrong with that because then maybe it's circumstances and blah blah blah. I'm just saying that's the way it comes across to me. Maybe it comes across to
and
somebody
that's
else
why
some
I'm
other day.
asking you, and that's why I'm asking you how, right? How does it come across like that? And why and I think that's part of the problem because it's the amount of women. I have a long study history with just one singular one.
No.
But
I'm not saying it's not the amount. It's not the amount. Because you know me, I don't care what amount, what people's sexual history is, as long as they don't have a disease or communicable disease. I don't care what your sexual history is. I'm saying when you speak of women, it's not all women. It's not all women, but it comes across as the bulk of women that your experiences have been kind of off with women, or you were just raised not to respect women. Because see, some people are raised not to respect women. They see women as being manipulative, not very friendly, not social, not liking X, Y, and Z. And over time, that develops into less respect for women. I'm just saying you don't have a full throttle respect for women, or at least it comes across to me like that.
I just want you to know that I absolutely do. And you've heard me say this on multiple occasions. A man should be willing to what? Live, kill, and die for a woman. Have you ever
That's
heard
why
me
you're
say
such
that?
a contradiction. That's why what you say is is diametrically, is just, you say certain things and then you say different things, and then it's like you really can't tell one end or the other where you
Wait a
stand.
minute. So you've heard me say that, right?
Yes. But then
On
again, you
on
come
on
back
most
around and then say, "Oh, all women, most women are prostitutes." Then you come back around and say something like that, and I'm
H,
like,
H,
"What?"
HQ, HQ. I have sex with women. HQ. I've been having sex with women for almost 4 decades. I've been having sex with women.
There's plenty of men on this planet who have sex with women but can't stand women.
Yeah, well, I don't get down, and I don't even when it comes to men, right? Like the men that I coach, I don't even coach men like that because it's a bridge too far for me if you can't love and care for the thing that is supposed to be, the lady that's supposed to watch your six is supposed to be one of the most important things to you. I,
Right.
and I told you before,
But here's,
everything we do is for a woman. Does that sound like a man that doesn't like women?
I'm saying you come across as one of the ones who don't like women very much. Very much. So I'm just saying it's the way you maybe it's the way, maybe
Okay.
I'm
I
hearing
mean,
it
I,
wrong.
I
I
just,
don't know. I don't know.
I guess I gotta end it. All
You'd have
right.
to ask
I'll
the other
take that.
women. You'd have to ask the other women whether it sounds like that to them. It can't be you asking the men. It has to be the other women that you have to ask. Do you come
Okay. So,
across
so, so,
as
so
that way?
let's ask the women. Let's ask the women, right? Uh, Now, all of this conversation was held in front of my first lady, right? Me and HQ was having. HQ, you heard me say this before. Do my women even put gas in their cars?
No, according to you, no.
No. Yeah, and all of this conversation was held in front of my girls, right? They don't put
Which
gas
is
in their cars.
which is sort of kind of disrespectful in its own way, but
Why? Because I go put gas in there. I take my extra fucking time to put gas in their cars. You're
no.
saying that's disrespectful that a woman doesn't have to get up and go to the goddamn store and put gas in her car?
That you would actually even speak about having sex with other women in front of your wife. That's sort of kind of
Because I'm honest, and that's why I said you don't like that part, and I dig it, right? And it's because you're from, for me and you are contemporaries, so we're from the same generation, but your mindset is a little bit different. HQ, she's never put gas in her car. I don't even think she knows what a
okay.
gas price
Wait a
is.
minute. Let me ask this question, and I know that you have, so I don't have to ask that initial question. So no. I'm listening to Kevin Samuels. You a whole nother problem. You a whole nother problem. You need to go back into the comment section, because that's a whole nother problem. Because I'm right now I'm trying to host Kevin. You a whole nother issue that
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, don't make it about me. Let's get back on the video.
right. So we want to get back on the video. We can't go down that rabbit hole. Whatever lady, I dropped the link for people to come up. You got to copy the link, put it in. You got to write it down, then put it in your web browser of your phone. You got to type it into your web browser, and then it'll bring you right here. It won't let you click the link. You got to type it in your web browser. Okay. All right.
The sad part is she's the kind of woman that's angry where she's at in life. I get it, Bonnet Bay.
Not the bang, the bang.
See, she wasn't even bright enough to realize that I'm too good for you.
Girl, I'm here.
Sad.
Let me turn my camera off.
Oh, hi, Flo Glow. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hold on, let me turn all of this stuff down. Wait a minute.
Okay, let's see.
But if I look like Leon Spink's little sister, I'd be upset too. What's that chick that played in the Ghostbusters? Leslie, what's her name?
Tils, and what I do?
Yeah, old girl in the bonnet. Oh my God.
You ready, Flo Glow?
Yeah, I'm ready because
okay.
Black America. Well, how you doing? First of all, hi everybody. So what I think you don't understand is the way you speak about women in general that gives the perception that you don't like women at all. You call them bitchs. That's a regular reference when it comes to you. You've learned to accept it. But yeah, that and hoes and I don't like. And you've actually even said just when I first started watching, you've actually even said that you don't have nothing to say to women. You don't want to have a conversation with women, with the woman which you want to talk to them about. So that gives the perception that you only want them for one thing. And yeah, and I that is an admirable thing that you said that you do for your wife and stuff like that, and that's great. You're supposed to do for your wife. That's awesome. I had a husband who did that for me too, but you can best believe he wasn't calling me no bitch while he on his way back from the gas station. It just didn't go over well with me. It just would not go over well with me. It's about respect. It's like I would never call my husband outside of his name or talk about no man in his presence. I would expect the same from my husband. That's all. And that's what I think that she was trying to convey. Yeah, you do give the impression, whether you mean it or not, you do give the impression that you do not like women at all. Or have respect for them, I should say. You might like them, their body parts and all of that stuff, but have respect. You don't have a regard for women. It's almost like a contempt.
Yeah, that would be the word. That would be the word. That would be the word.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
And I want you to understand that 30 years ago, women at least had enough dignity to where even if they thought something that's stupid, they would have been lady enough, a woman enough not to say it. She bought her big bullet head ass up here in a bonnet with gums that look like she'd been brushing her teeth with tar to say, oh man, shut the fuck up. And didn't nobody hear you.
So he's trying to pull people up. Is that what
make a rule to where if a woman wants to talk to you, she needs to pick up the phone and call you.
Okay.
Texting is, I love you, I miss you, on my way, 15 minutes out. If you gotta text me from your laptop or your desktop, French toast you.
Y'all hit the like button, please and thank you. Hit the like button, please and thank you.
Texting is one of the biggest reasons why women today especially under 40. Under 40. Texting is not that big of a deal with women over a certain age. So yeah.
Did he get any women up there to challenge him? Okay, here we go. We got one that came up. Let's see.
To become.
Okay, hold on.
You said by the grace of God, then something happened.
We got one that came up.
Your connection kind of dropped. Yeah. You said by the grace of God,
Was it a lot
your
of women
connection
that
kind of
came
dropped.
up? Was it a lot of women that weren't black that came up and he spoke to? Was it a lot of women like that, or it was just a small amount? Or you all don't know?
Go ahead.
Very small amount that weren't black.
Because she looks like she's from.
Okay.
The only non-black women that I know of that came up was Pearly Things and like maybe like one or two other white girls and maybe like one Mexican girl. Everybody else was black. You could probably count them on two hands of all the non-black women that came up.
This lady right here, I think, is okay.
I got to learn from people and books, the right people and the right books, and I became to learn and catch up things that I was lacking of, especially because my mother did not teach me how to be socially good enough to become a woman that's interesting in the man's eyes. But yeah, thankfully, I'm now much better and going to learn to improve more social skills.
Are you married?
Yes, I just recently got married.
Congratulations.
What would hold a human being back from what would hold a human being back from advancing themselves, trying to get those social skills? Because I've always been a curious person. I learned to read when I was 3 years old because my mother pulled some kind of article out of the Chicago Tribune that taught kids how to read. And then she was teaching my two brothers that are older than me. And then I sat next to them. So I learned how to read too, right along with them. They were 5 and 4 and I was 3. So I learned too. So I've always been curious about that. Always been curious about new things, all kinds of things. Let me learn how to do this, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. I'm not necessarily a person that knows how to put facts in order and be able to articulate them well. Of course, I'm not that person. I can do it somewhat, but I'm not, skilled at it. So my question is, why is it that people are not, when you know you're socially awkward, when you know that, you need to get something is missing, you just can't articulate. Why aren't you curious enough to do more, to find out more? I don't know.
Most people are just going through life, and as long as nothing detrimental happens, then everything is fine. So it's not and in a lot of women's case, like us men are always going to show you attention. Now, marrying you and being committed to you is a different thing, but we are absolutely going to give you our attention. Oh, and if it's only sexually, it still validates women because it's just like all of these bigger women that say, hey, I get niggas every day. So it's still validation there because men are always going to be bothered with any type of one. Even the low hanging fruit women are going to be able to get men to give them attention because they want vagina.
I mean, we all have I don't know what the comprehension level is in the United States. I know average reading level is like 6th grade. So that tells me there's a lot of people out there that don't comprehend a lot. And so we have a lot of people that may be socially awkward. Can you draw a comparison between social awkwardness and that 6th grade level education, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious. Gloria? Glow.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was wondering, did you want to say something?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Congratulations. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. But I think for as far as women's friendships, because women tend to pay more attention in the friendship. What I can say from my own experience and from what I observe from women when we're being close to like our girlfriends,
True.
we are not so much careful in choosing who we are friends with, and they tend to influence us with their own thinking. Yes.
I was going to build on the point that you were making, but go ahead, because seems to be a slight delay. But go ahead.
Yeah, it is a delay. My whole thing is this: when you have that many people that are on this level of 6th grade education, and I don't want to harp on that, but I am saying, when you have an undereducated mass of people, you're gonna have a lot of no, let me not say that. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm sorry, because I'm calling from Indonesia. I think there's like around 11 or 12 hours difference of time.
No problem. But go ahead and take about 20 more seconds and wrap up what you were going to say.
Okay. I think we women, we must be careful in choosing our friends. And if we are around girls who are not loyal to their boyfriends or husbands, even, we need to get rid of them from our friendship. And even if we are good enough, but these women will not make us think that we are good enough, especially with our.
See, I'm gonna have to disagree. Well, no, I can't. I can't disagree, mainly because of what I just said prior. When you have a mass of people that are uneducated in that particular way, not uneducated, but undereducated, not uneducated, undereducated. You have people can influence you a little bit more than, say, Aaron. You're not going to be swayed too much because you have already fleshed out your thoughts, fleshed out what you think about certain things, right? So wouldn't a person who has fleshed out less than you be more susceptible to certain things or certain ideologies or certain patterns of thought that the mass would think, as opposed to individually thinking like you do? You understand what I'm saying?
No.
No, I kind of.
Well, I'm saying, no, let me say it plainly. A person that has already thought and had their processes in order, and then they know how to flesh out things by themselves without a group. They tend to be more individualistic as opposed to the group. And if you're uneducated or undereducated, you tend to go more with the group as opposed to individually thinking different things. Hopefully that's better.
No, I don't know.
It's more clear for me, but I disagree with it. But it's more clear for me.
I'm kind of there. That sounded more clear than the last time, and it sounds like something I disagree with, but I'm still not sure I know what.
No, I'm saying, I can't even explain it because I can't even explain it. I'm saying you're more easily influenced when you have less exposure to your own thoughts. Less education means more amiable people. More education, less education means
I don't think it has anything to do with education. Well, not that much to do with education, and maybe that's where I'm getting thrown off at, because I don't think it. What I'm thinking and what I'm gathering is she's saying is
I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying.
Is old. Why you are is an old adage of what our folks used to teach us. You surround yourself, and whoever you surround yourself with is who you become, and that's where I'm gathering what she is saying is don't surround yourself with people who are of low character. I think it has more of an issue of low character, not poor education. So that's I don't know if that's where you were going with that, but that's what I'm thinking she's saying is that
what Sublime is
saying.
What I'm saying, what Sublime is saying in the chat.
I'm saying that. See that. Okay.
I'm saying what Sublime is saying. Or I'm saying that. Right. You're less likely to listen to people when you have your own thoughts, or change your mind or go again or go with the crowd. And so I'm saying that to say, she said, well, we don't need to hang around with women who might influence us X, Y, and Z. And I'm saying, even if I had X, Y, and Z as friends, I'm more in tune with my thoughts and what I want to be influenced by another person. So it wouldn't matter to me whether I had a friend that did X, Y, and Z. That still wouldn't influence me to get out of jail.
I guess it wouldn't if you have strong enough character, but I still come from the area of surround yourself with like-minded people, and not be around friends who would or had the propensity to influence you into something that you didn't want to do. Because my mother always said, I judge you by the company you keep, and that resonates with me. I'm not going to have friends who are doing certain things. They're not going to be my friend. I mean, period. They're just.
I'm not gonna go and I'm not gonna explicitly. I'm not gonna explicitly. I'll tell you an example. My daughter, she met this one young lady. And this one young lady my daughter is a little bit educated, right? She has a degree. She's all of this, right? And then she met this young lady. She lived in the same apartment complex with this young lady. So, every once in a while they meet up and they meet outside, whatever. So she became friends with this young lady. Come to find out, this young lady had been in prison, right? She had been in prison. My daughter had never been in prison, never had any kind of, jail or anything like that. I said to my daughter, I was like, are you sure, you want to be friends with this person, blah, blah, blah. And she said, Mom, just because I have a friend who went to prison doesn't mean that I'm going to be influenced by that. I know what I'm going to do in X, Y, and Z, right? I was like, okay, I'm just saying, I don't know, she was like, I know me. So I'm saying, when you know better, you have better, you can make that distinction a lot. A lot of people would probably go along with the person and whatever, without actually thinking things through. So I'm saying you should go towards people that are like-minded or who are on the same moral, whatever. But that doesn't mean you're going to be swayed by anybody in that group unless you just want to be swayed. You know what I mean? Unless you want to be swayed. So,
but I believe it's a character issue too, because that person using that person as an example, who has once been there may have learned their lesson and have great character now. So it's like I think it's a character issue as well. I do think it's a character issue.
Right. I mean, I was concerned for my daughter. My daughter, but when I looked up, the young lady was at the hospital with my daughter. My daughter had a baby. She was up at the hospital and she was helping my daughter, with the baby. She was helping my daughter make it to the bathroom. She was helping my daughter, get food, feed my daughter. She was doing all of these things. And I said to myself, she wants to be friends with they're friends. Even though this person has spent time in prison and my daughter had, obviously not like that. So
I'll use Nick
protection, huh?
Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to use your example too. I'm going to use example, and this is an example about me as when I was a military wife stationed overseas, and my husband, and it was known and this is where I guess I get that attitude. It was known that there were certain military wives who, when their husbands go out in the field, they hitting them clubs left and right, and not just dancing. They just hitting them clubs and hitting them NCO clubs and stuff like that. But my husband had every right to say to me, "Listen, so and so, I'm gonna tell you my name, so and so. No, I'm not saying what you would do, but I don't want you out with that person's wife at the club." While I'm out in the field, and I had to accept that. I had to accept it. It was because of what she's doing, not my character, what she's doing, but what reflection that had on him. So I just wanted to use that example.
Not to interrupt you, but yes, to interrupt you. I have two questions for you, Miss Glorious. Now, was your husband white?
No.
Okay. And the people that I understand what he's saying about like hanging around. HQ just pissed me off being so judgmental about us convicts. I don't know.
I wasn't judgmental about the conflict. No, it was
Yeah,
other.
you didn't want your daughter hanging
I'm just
around
giving
her
you an
because
example.
the
I'm
bitch
just
had
giving you
been
an
to prison.
example.
And
No, I'm just giving you an
and
example. That's all.
how about you look at it like this, HQ? How about maybe some of that goodness that you have imparted onto your daughter? Maybe that would rub off on the convict girl instead of the other way around.
And that's why I said.
That,
That's why I
that's
said. I
just
said,
that's
I
just
saw what a good person she was, and I'd only met her once or twice before, and I saw what good person she was. And when I
Yeah.
saw her at the hospital helping my daughter, I was like, yeah, she is a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
Some people just get caught up. Some people just get caught up.
Right. And I was like, not a problem. That she's a good person. Okay.
Say, folks, the pure Trinidadian blood that courses through my wife's veins allows her to make perfect plates of stewed chicken, one of which I'm staring at right now. HQ, it's been a pleasure. I will listen from the cloud and leave you in these two sophisticated people's capable hands.
Thank
you. Folks, have a good evening.
Thank
you too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for showing up.
see,
Thank you.
See that, people? That's a woman who deserves to be married. That right there. See that?
What?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. Bringing hubby a plate. That's the kind of women that men want. You could be a little sassy, but as long as my food makes it to me, we might be able to get through the tough times.
Nobody's arguing. Arguing that point, Black America. Nobody is arguing that point.
I know it was just a quick interjection.
I mean, it's a good thing. I love feeding people. I love people who come over eat my food. I love all of those things. And she's a good woman. She put it together in X, Y, and Z.
Okay. Oh, here's
I'm gonna need that
my other
oxtail
question
recipe.
Here's my other question for Miss Glorious Love.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, with your husband saying that to you, not to go to the club because birds of a feather and this, that, and the other, do you think that other women would be as attentive as you were to him?
Perhaps not.
Hold on, let me preface it.
The ones I hung around yes, they were. The other military
right.
wives.
And that's why I say I want to preface it. Majority or the minority of women would be acquiesced to his concerns. Go ahead.
Yeah, the military wives that I associated with, and it was only as a small group. When I was over there, would have. I mean, they. I guess because it was that mindset.
Now you dancing. You must have went to the ballet. I'm asking you, as a woman, with the majority of women acquiesce. It's just a yes or no. With the majority of women acquiesce to his concerns about going to the club.
I think not nowadays. No.
Thank you.
Nowadays, no. I have to say no. Nowadays,
right.
Better than them because I'm not better than anybody. But
yeah, you are.
What?
Look, man. Some people look. This is a problem a lot of men have.
Let's see.
Your friends. You can still have friends, but you're going to need friends at the level you're at and the next level. The CEO does not hang out with the account executive just because they went to school together. The general and the private don't hang out at the same in the same mess because they went to military academy together.
Right.
My question is, do you fit at the level you're at now? Do you have skills for the level
I don't agree with him on that point.
I kind of don't either.
What you meaning that if they were your friend, you wouldn't hang out? I mean, if they were in different parts of the country, different firms, different thing like that, then I probably would, because he would be my buddy. But if you worked at the same place, we'd probably have a problem. I don't know.
Hey, HQ. HQ. My buddy Tony is so rich that when him and his wife got divorced a couple of years ago, and he was just trying to get rid of her stuff, he had me come pick up 15 statues that were like $10,000 a piece, like $10,000 and $20,000. He had to give her $40 million cash and a house on the coast of Florida. But I also have friends who live, we have tunnels in Las Vegas that people live in. I also have friends who live in those tunnels too. So you don't, you know, and I'm a middle of the road type of guy. So you don't have to, I don't agree with that if you're here, you can't talk to this person or this person, because as you know, what he likes to say a lot of times is your network is your network. And as far as men, you have to have a wide spectrum and a range of men from all walks, because we are all connected in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
Hey, HQ, I got to go. Go. I'm sorry, I'm so short.
Well, thank you, Flo. Thank you. Y'all got me to 8 o'clock. You got me to a minute. You got me to a minute. You got me 2 hours in. And 2 hours in. Black America. We almost at the whole thing. We are past the women. Can you give me your final thoughts, sir? Because I got another show to go to and I got to eat in between that. So.
I don't know. HQ, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat that's kind of different. I guess that's okay, but we'll just have to see how.
Kind of different? What's wrong with them? 10 o'clock show, the 10 o'clock show.
Yeah, now that is wild. I don't think I'm gonna be able to partake in that, because those people over there, I don't know what the hell you got going with them shows. Because I'm not as nice as you, right? You are a humanitarian.
Yeah, but they don't bother me. People.
I don't know. I think we should bring the gas chamber back on public caning. We need to have people whipped publicly for the things that they say. Me personally, I'm all about the consequences and the outcome. So, yeah, those people over there, they be doing way too much. So, I'll be watching. So, goodbye. Have a good night.
Okay.
Get you something.
And it's a game. The game is about to start and all that good stuff. People won't drop off. So y'all go watch the game, and I see y'all after the game. Okay.
All right, I'll see you.
I don't watch the game. See you after the game. I gotta eat. Do our thing. Okay. Bye, Black America. Bye, guys. But we will see y'all after the game. But my thing is this, ladies and gents. Kevin was giving good information here. He was giving good information. You got to have soft skills, and you got to have it's the EQ and the IQ. Okay. The game, isn't that a game, a Monday night game people go and watch? I thought everybody watched football except me. It's a game, and it starts at 8 o'clock. And so I'll be back at 10:30 after the game is over. Y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button right now, the like and the share and all that good stuff, please and thank you. Not me. Yeah, I don't watch football either, but apparently that's the American pastime is the baseball and football. And basketball. I don't watch none of that. But I'll be back here at 10 o'clock. Y'all hit the like button, share button, all that good stuff, please and thank you. I will see you later at 10:30. Thank you very much.